You are about to witness some of the best Winged Star online gameplay, and there is so much tech and value in this video. I recommend watching every course. Even if you've been playing this combo for a long time, there's still going to be things that you might not know. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, first course, Floria Fields, of course. These are all going to be in order of the way you select them in the course selection screen. And right off the bat here, trying to get as much air as possible, staying along with the star trails. You know, it's also online, so, you know, getting hit is not always out of the equation. Boom, clean airtime there. And there is a strategy where you can actually still be in the air after getting the boost. It's very precise, and I do it a couple times in this race. So if you want to do it and get consistent with it, just practice. Like I just did twice in a row. That was beautiful, actually. And yep, pretty simple. No hidden tech, I don't believe, on this course. So just driving as best as possible, flying as best as possible, destroying those enemies to get the boost. Keeping a nice lead too. I think this course is actually pretty fair. Oh, and I messed up there, so conveniently the special is available. But like I was saying, I think this is actually one of the most fair courses in the game, because it gives a fair chance to air machines and ground machines. But yeah, pretty simple ending, very close, very, very close. And if you're wondering if I did win, I did, by 0.02 seconds. Waveflow Waters, this is a great course for the Winged Star, and there's also a great place to use the special that you'll see on the second lap. If you drive really well, you'll see it's very, very nice. But yeah, we get clean airtime here, cut it to the left of that little water stream. And here is also pretty cool. If you didn't know, you can actually get airtime by just going up the side of this little water rushing zone. And boom, get more airtime. And I like to actually get another airtime. And then you can actually land on the umbrella to get even more airtime if you're not high enough. And yeah, this is probably the part where people will catch up to you. But it's okay. Don't go left. It's slower to go left to get the ability. Just do this. Just go on the little ship and then hit the boost here. You can get some clean airtime for the end of the lap. And I like to go to the left side after, just for that teensy bit of extra airtime for the second lap. And yep. Pretty much rinse and repeat, but the special is coming up, so take a look shortly. I love this part here, how you can just get air. This used to be, I used to lose so much speed here and people would always pass me, but now it's no problem. Okay, we have the special, but we are stretching it as much as possible before using, because like I said in the first lap, this spot here is usually where people will pass you because you'll be having to drive on the ground. So yeah, last second special right there. Very clean. And you know, if you get the special just a little bit earlier, it's okay too. You don't even need to have it all the way till the end like this. Just as long as you can use it in that stretch of driving on the ground. And there you go, clean ending. Crazy lead too. Airtopia Ruins. Despite the name, it's not as good as you would expect for the Winged Star. Unless you drive really well and you can keep a lead. But alright, boom. Got the airtime, landed on that little statue thing, got even more air. And then I stretch it out here. And then land on that little rock. Try to keep the air here. This is usually the part where you'll lose a little bit of speed. And then go to the right side. And you can land and then get the boosts. You want to land first so you get the most amount of airtime as possible. And then this section here is where people will definitely pass you. because yeah, you're on the ground, there's no air. There's not really too much you can do to keep your lead here. But what I like to do with this turn is brake pump. I always spam the brakes there. Great skill to learn in this game. Looking back at Scooter over there. And try to hit them as well. Nice little boost. And we continue into lap 2. And you'll see here, I don't land on the statue this time. It's very hard to do it consistently, and I already had enough speed, so it really wasn't worth risking it. And the reason I said if you can keep a lead is because you want your special as late as possible on this course, so then you can use it at that part earlier where I was talking about, which is coming up shortly. Yeah, special's about to be here, yep, and then perfect spot for the special. This is the best spot for it in the whole map. Fumbling just a bit, but it's okay. And then we get air here, best thing to do, but be careful. Careful right there. And we should have a pretty clean ending. Usually, if you're not driving super perfect, you'll either get second or third on this map, which, you know, isn't too bad. Crystalline Fissure is pretty much a free win if you're using Winged Star. I actually don't think I've ever lost this course when I started playing the Winged Star. So yeah, you can go off the side of the ledge right there, get some crazy airtime in the beginning. Hold B so then you can get a nice angle before the boost. And this is usually where people are going to catch up and hurt you. Yep, yeah, unfortunate freeze right there. But it's okay. If it goes smoothly and you're really good, you can get the tire and then try to drop it before you go in the air here. Just for that teensy bit of extra speed, just to style on everyone. But yeah, boom, get the boost. This is probably the hardest part if you try to make it perfect. And then it's pretty easy from here. This is one of the most fun courses I've played. If you're new to Winged Star, I would definitely try playing this one first. And I'll stay on the right side here because guaranteed air. There is a ledge on the left side where you can get air, or a little ramp, but I've actually once hit it and it didn't put me in the air even though I was going full speed, so I personally wouldn't take it because of that little inconsistency. But yeah, and then ideally you would actually get both of those little witch guys and then they would hit the Waddle Dees, but it doesn't really matter. Either way you're gonna win. At this point you're just having fun in your own time trial. Yep, repeat the process. And you'll see something funny with the special in a little bit too. Yeah, and I personally, I don't like to go up to that second ledge. I used to do it, but I'm pretty sure it's faster to do it this way. Yep, and then do that. Very, very smooth. Beautiful gameplay. I am glazing myself, yes, I know. Same old, same old. Don't even have to worry about my star trail, I'm just that far ahead. Yep, cut the corner. And special, like I was saying earlier, it really doesn't matter when you use it in this course. I just save it to the end just to mess around because you really don't even need it. That's how good this course is for the Winged Star. Steamgust Forge. I used to have a strategy when I played this course, and I was thinking like, you know, this course isn't that great for the Winged Star, but I have made some recent discoveries, and I'm like I'm in a pretty decent lead every time I win this course if I play it well. So I'll show you that here. So yeah, take it like normal. And you can actually go up the steam part here, and you want to go all the way to the left side so you can keep the air time. And then, yep, I like to brake pump here just so I can stay close to the side and not lose too much speed. And there are two paths here. You can either go left or right. I tried to go left, but the invisible wall got me there. Next lap you'll see it. I think left is a little bit better. And then you want to stay low here. If you go up, you actually lose a lot of speed and it's slower. That was one of the things I was doing before. I wasn't going on the lower path. Just because, you know, it's a little bit more precision for flying. And then, yep, this part here is usually where you'll get a decent lead. I messed up a little, but it doesn't really matter. And then you get even more air here. You can fly over that. And those little steam thingies, you can use them to align yourself, but I don't believe they make you any faster. It will be useful for certain vehicles that are harder to turn though. And then, yep, just stay in the air as long as you can here. And repeat. Yep, remember left side. And then shortly you'll see what happens if you go up on the left side from the little lava part. And yeah, I know I said I usually have a nice lead at the end, and I do. You'll see. Boom. Yup, we get air earlier, which is why I like it more. And then, great spot for the special here, because it's pretty much the only time you're on the ground when you're going to get your special, if you're driving nicely. And that is pretty much it. Yup. Beautiful race, beautiful gameplay, and clean ending. There we go. Cavernous Corners. Great course for the Winged Star. Especially if you drive very well. And you'll see here, this is actually a replay. I wish I was recording live when I did this race. But it's okay, just enjoy it anyways. I messed up there. I tried to go on the right ramp, but hit the left. It's okay. And then here is very cool. Land on the little sneaky rock that you wouldn't expect. Get nice extra airtime there. And then, yup, get more airtime here. Boom, hit the white panel. Love this course. Love this course. There's so many little sneaky things when you first play it too. Like here, there's a sneaky ledge to get a bunch of airtime here. Yep. Watch out for those giant rock thingies that fall down. And you know where they will be based on the shadow. Oh yeah, land before hitting the geyser. That's how you get the most amount of air here. And then, if you land nicely, boom, get more airtime off the side of the half pipe. Very clean sequence there. That was amazing. And yep, I like to take the left ramp. I find it faster than going through the mud. And sometimes, you'll see here, there's a drill. If you can get the drill, because that's just gonna solidify your win even more. Because when you're going underground, you saw there, I was going like 33 miles per hour. Shout out to America. Boom. Oh, very close, very clean air time. Yup. Pretty much, once you get a lead with the Winged Star, it's like your own time trial. Yeah, and this is a great spot for the special. You don't even really need the special in this course, but, you know, why not, right? Why not take the extra speed? Landing before, still get the geyser a little bit late, but it's okay. And clean landing for more air. Great race. That was pretty much flawless, you have to admit. That was amazing. Alright, Cyberion Highway. Cyberion, I like to say Cyberion. What do you guys say it like? But yeah, not too bad of a course for the Winged Star. Actually, I would say it's a pretty fair course. It's not a course that you're guaranteed to lose. Also, don't mess up like that. It's not a course that you're guaranteed to lose, but it's also not like a super easy win. So usually, if you play well, you'll either get second or first. But yeah, go to the right side here, and then, boom, get some airtime off of that. I love that part. It's very sneaky. And then, you can stay to the left here, and try not to get hit by those lasers. How did I not get hit there? That was clean. And go to the small side. Yep. I like the small side because I get airtime after. And you can try to hit those 2 boosts. And then you can get even more air off of this glitchy road. And then watch where these things go, because, yeah, you'll probably be too slow for the one that you see at first, so just go to the opposite. And then there's a ramp on the left and right side. Yep, and then you hit the button, get the airtime here. And save the special. This is the best spot for the special in the whole map. Right here, because this is where you need your speed, because you're going to lose it from being on the ground the whole time. But yeah, very clean, nice. And yeah, see how close this race is? Pretty close race still. No one's really broken ahead. Yep, repeat the process. Try to get the enemies for the boost. Always helps. Nice, hit both of those air boosts. Nice. And then try to land before going on those rails so you can use your boost. Just a little optimization. Yep. Clean. And then taking the right one, because it's a little closer than the left one. The dreaded Mount Amberfalls. Guys, it's not as bad as you think. It's actually not the worst course for this vehicle, I don't believe anymore. I did make a video on a pretty consistent strategy to end up in usually third or better if you drive very well. So the strategy is to stay as close as possible to the front. Oh yeah, well obviously, right? Yes, so you want to follow the star trails, take the nice tight lines, try not to let the first place guy break ahead too much. And the reason for this is because you don't want your special to build up too fast. You want to save your special for after the waterfall section. And if I'm able to get the wheel ability, like here, oh, you better take it, because that is going to help solidify your race. Yep. I'm about to get the special. There it is. And I don't use it yet. Go down the middle waterfall as well for guaranteed airtime when you come out of the waterfall. And there's a tire here, so I'm going to use it before my special bar goes away, just to get that teensy bit of extra speed, because everything counts in this course when the odds are stacked against you. And right before the special runs out, I pop the ability, get some crazy airtime, get a clean finish. Galactic Nova. This is a great course for the Winged Star. There's really only one bad section in it, which unfortunately is right at the end, but most of the time you can probably either get a first or second place finish if you play it well. So yeah, you want to take the rail, it's faster, and then here you can get airtime early by going up that side of the road there. Boom, get a nice little bit of a lead in front of everyone. And then, boom, get more airtime. Very nice. And then you can either stay to the right or the left here. I'll stay to the right. I think it's a little bit closer, so it makes more sense for me. Yep, take more rails. And then Here you'll want to stay to the left because you get guaranteed airtime early there. And then you can fly it very nicely. Stay to the left again. Get more airtime just like that. And then obviously you want to take those conveyor belts just to go as quickly as possible. And special here, I really don't think it matters when you get your special or when you use it on this course. There's always a good spot to fly from, so I just chose to use it as soon as possible because it doesn't really matter. And then you can fly this part very nicely. Keep the airtime here. And then, love this part here. You can avoid the lasers. I probably could have taken that I probably could have cut in front of that little laser, but it probably wouldn't even have mattered. And then this is the part here where people will catch up to you. You just have to be really good at getting these little star patches. I try to just look at where they're going from the sky, and yeah, right at the end got the victory stolen from me, but great race. I love this little course because once you get in the air, there's no stopping you from being in the air. You can pretty much just fly the whole time. So yeah, take that little boost right there, fly, go under inside the cave, go over that ledge, boom, turn, boom, very clean. Just repeat for the next 2 laps. It's so fun. This course is so short too, but it's amazing. Oh, and there's also a hidden top path at this cave part. Don't take it, it's slower because you won't be able to get the second air time from that ledge. Yeah. Yup. Almost got kicked out from the air right there. But yeah, using that special. Usually these races are somewhat close, and I did end up first, by the way. So yeah, nice race, Fantasy Meadows. Celestial Valley, love this course. Notice at the start, I'll stay in the back just for a sec so I can get the star boost and fly off of that ledge. Always do that, it's always optimal. Boom, land on the tree stump. Don't get the ability, because too many times I'll either get sleep or steel ball or something that'll mess me up, so just don't get the ability. And optimally you would actually land before, but I tried going up to the top one before landing. But yeah, anyways, Celestial Valley is a great course for the Winged Star, and it's pretty much a free win. So yeah, enjoy. Yup. Boom. And then you want to go down the waterfall. You don't want to fly over it. Do anything you can to go down this waterfall, because look at how much faster you're going. And then you want to hit that boost panel as well, so then you can fly off that ledge. You need to be at full speed to do that. And then rinse and repeat. I love how you can ride on the rail over here. I think I messed it up though, but you know, it's okay. Course is very forgiving for this combo. Like, you don't have to be perfect at all. This is definitely a beginner friendly course for the Winged Star. And these are faster going on these little vines. Or branches, whatever you want to call them. I think they're vines though. Yep, pop the special. I mean, you don't even need it in this course, but I'm struggling to stay in the waterfall. But yeah, simple course, pretty fun. Sky Sands. I love this course, and just like Celestial Valley, it's actually smart to wait for a sec after the race starts, so then you can get a guaranteed thing. But yeah, boom. Lot to take in here. Yup. A lot to take in here. Go on that left path, boom, hit the panel. And this is the most optimal way to take this course. So fun. Quick lead too. It's great. And then if you press B here, you can open up the door and it's faster. And then you want to fly. You can fly above the first up part, and then you want to hit that. So then you can literally just fly all the way till the end. And those things will fall for you. Boom. And just repeat. Very precise. You don't have to play it this perfectly. This course is great for the Winged Star anyways. Yep, more airtime. Take the right path and then, yep. And wait for the special here. Just to rub in the wind a little bit harder. Yeah. Yep. It doesn't even matter. You don't need the special in this course. Also, don't do that. That was intentional, I promise. And yeah, super clean finish. Beautiful racing. Frozen Hillside, yet another great course for the Winged Star, because right off the bat you can fly off the side of those little ramps and yep, get crazy airtime here. Already get a decent breakaway. Yep. And you'll want to stay to the left here because there are little boosts, and use that brake pumping to your advantage. And get that sword ability if you can. Always nice because right here, yep, you can cut that corner just a little tight. And then fly here. You don't want to be super high up here because it'll slow you down actually. So yeah, you want to kind of do it like that. And then boom, fly up off the half pipe and land before the ramp. So then you can instantly get airtime from your boost and then that little ledge. Very nice. Very, very nice. And then your special will probably be available around this part of the map. And it's actually the best spot to use it because you're on the ground the whole time and you can't get in the air. So if I were you, I would just use it as soon as possible when you're over here. Yep. Very nice. Not a perfect landing, but it's okay. And then just take that airtime all the way till the end. Love this course. Magma Flows. This is a very fun track, great for the Winged Star, and there's a lot of tech here. Do you see that? Boom! You can angle it correctly and actually get airtime off that little corner. And then we go on the rail here. I believe it's faster because you get air after, then you land on the ledge. Boom, get more airtime. And then land on the branch, and there's something very cool. Well, this is very cool. You can fly over the whole maze. And then I like to go on the left path here because you will see here there's a secret spot where you can spin, boom, bounce off the wall and get airtime. It's beautiful, I must say. And yeah, boom, we get crazy air here. And if you do this right, you can get airtime from those little boost rocks. And then I messed up there. You know, it's definitely something hard to get consistently, but when you get the flow of it, it'll get easier. Just keep practicing. Yeah, obviously I'm still not perfect at it. Yep. And I'm getting my special very late, which is actually a good thing because now I don't have to worry about trying to hit that cool little air spot. I can easily just save my special and then wait for here, and now I can use it and pretty much secure an easy win on this course. And those cool little spots where you can get air, you know, you don't have to hit them every time. I also tried to get a little air there, I messed it up too, but yeah, you don't have to hit them every time. They're low risk, high reward. Beanstalk Park. This is a pretty good course for the Winged Star, believe it or not. I've seen a lot of people talk about how this isn't a great course for it, but it is. So yeah, you want to go through this little windy part here, fastest way, and then you get guaranteed airtime. It's just a lot to take in when you're trying to learn the course. There's so many things that can happen. Like, you can get caught up on that Ferris wheel, and that's, you know, if you do, it's fine, but it's really not what you want. And then you can hit the branch here, the little stump, and then, yeah, There's an invisible wall on that path to the right, but it closes, or it opens up when that little vine is bringing you into it. So yeah, a lot to take in. Hard to like commentate on every single thing happening at the same time. And then you'll just want to try to stay in the air as long as possible here. And then repeat. And the special will usually happen around here, which is a great time for the special. If you get stuck on the Ferris wheel, great. If you don't, also great. Doesn't matter. Yep, and then we'll get the airtime. And then you see that little part, that little vine that comes up? That's when the wall is open, and that's when you can fly out of it. And this course is pretty forgiving if you know how to drive it pretty well. So you don't have to be perfect every time, but yeah, fun course, definitely not an easy one. Machine Passage. This course is not good for the Winged Star. It's one of the very few courses that isn't good for it. I believe there's only 3 courses that aren't good for the Winged Star. But this is pretty much the best you can drive it, so you just gotta hope that you're better than the other people in the lobby. Yeah, you can go down at the beginning and then get air, go through the little wind turbines. And then here, I like to spam my brake pumps to try to get on those boosts. And then you can get a little bit of air here. The problem with this course is it's very tight, and ground-based vehicles are definitely going to be faster than you here, because you can't keep your air time for that long. You can cut the corner tight here, and you better hope one of those little ramps pops up for you, but usually they don't. And special, I just use it as early as I can, because I don't think it really matters too much. You're not really on the ground too much when you'll get your special, so like unless you can get it around here, which would be ideal. Yep. And we just try to play as best as possible. This course, you know, it is what it is. Can't be too mad. Most courses are great for the Winged Star, so, you know, you're not going to win them all. And this is really the only part I messed up here, was I didn't get the airtime off that little ledge. That was it. Still ended up in 5th. It's alright though. We drove it great. Checker Knights. This is a fair course, very hard to play and get first in consistently, mainly because of the ending section. But you can definitely increase your odds if you follow this strategy. So if you're very precise, yep, you can fly into that quick path at the bottom like that. Oh, that was amazing. And then you can pretty much just fly to the rails here. Fun course too, I love this course. But it's not an easy first, I will definitely say that. I tried to get on the right rail there, but it's okay, landed early, still got airtime. And then this part here is usually where you'll lose some speed. You want to spam the brake pumping if you can, just to try to stay on the blue and white checkers. And then if you land here, don't stay on that part for too long, because then you'll lose too much speed and you won't get in the air, but that's how you do it. Yep, and then get more air there. Very nice. And if you hit the button, you can actually make the person behind you, you can kind of mess them up if they're expecting to go straight, which is what I tried to do there. And then repeat. It's definitely a lot of precision to go down this path here. But it's so satisfying when you're able to do it. And obviously, if those are not open, like if you're front running in the beginning, do not open those paths. Just take the top route. It's a lot better, because you'll definitely lose a lot of speed if they're not open. Yep, same thing. I messed it up. I tried to get air there, but it's okay. Decent spot for the special. Ideally would have waited for this section here to use it. But it's okay. Still didn't lose too much speed. But yeah, Land on here, don't stay for too long so we can still get air. And this ending part here is where all your hard work goes away, unfortunately. I tried to, you know, mess people up, but still, right at the end, got my lead taken from me. But yeah, Checker Knight's pretty cool course. Last and definitely least, Nebula Belt. I don't like this course. Let's just be real here. It sucks. There's like a couple of ramps to get air, and the rest of it's pretty much just luck based with your items. And of course we get sleep and frozen. But yeah, just drive it as best as you can. Try not to lose the star trail. Wow, I messed up a lot here. But yeah, it's definitely luck based because of the items you get and also the vehicles that your opponents are using. Because sometimes, you know, you could get lucky and they're using slower vehicles instead of ones that will definitely excel in this course. So there's that, but yeah, if you just try to drive your best, hopefully you won't end up in last. And I'm trying to get a decent item. Yep, steel ball, amazing. Definitely using that before my special. And then I'll try to stretch out my special as best as I can. I wouldn't just close the game if it's this course, but you know, it's definitely not going to be a fun time. Just do your best with the items, hope you get lucky. Follow the star trails. Definitely prioritize getting an item over getting on that ramp. And yeah, we got another item coming up here. Jet, you know, pretty good. Right at the end, stealing a second place finish. Nebula Belt, can't be too mad about that. Okay, I don't want to end this on a bad note because of Nebula Belt. Kirby Air Riders is such a good game. I really hope more and more people play it, and the Winged Star is just so fun to play. There's only a few bad courses, and even then, you're still not guaranteed to lose. Also, tech and strategy is definitely going to be evolving. The game is still pretty new. So if you have any strategies or anything I missed, be sure to comment. Like, I'm always here. I always want to get better. I always want to improve and share new findings. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you.